turned into a nightmare for dozens of mainly women attending the country's annual street music festival. The French Interior Ministry telling NBC News 145 people reported being pricked by needles in attacks and multiple assaults nationwide.
All praises to Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. And all the brothers pushing this work in sincerity and truth. This is your brother Tamayan from GMS Toronto coming at you with another video. So, this is a thing that I was always worried about, being in large crowds, right? People like this is nothing new. I've heard about this when I was a kid, when I was younger, or whatever. People walking around in huge crowds, festivals or whatever, pricking people with syringes, and most likely those syringes are filled with AIDS blood or something. All right, or this could also be an experiment, because this is what Esau Edom does, right? This is probably a new disease that's about to be unraveled on these people for another lockdown, right? You never know. But also the love of many are waxing cold, right? This is supposed to be a wholesome street festival where people go out and have fun and see friends and hang out or whatever the case may be. But all that's coming to an end, right? Mirth, right? All that's coming to an end. This is the time for us to get closer to the Lord, and not being the spirit of mirth all the time, man. Let's get the love of many shall wax cold, right? This is Matthew 12, Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, right? Iniquity, sin, right? People are adding sin to sin. It's the reason why they can't have a wholesome festival where they can just hang out and enjoy each other's company / music and food or whatever the case may be. But that's all that's done, right? All that's coming to an end. No one has that love for each other anymore, right? And this is also a sign of the end, man. It says here, verse 13, but he that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved, right? So all of these things we have to see with our eyes, make reports about them, and make certain epistles, man, right? Because the Lord just telling you people it's playtime is over, right? The time of mirth, it's done. This the last leg that you people have is pretty much that bread and circus nonsense, the sports. After that, you people are gonna lose your mind, man. You're gonna lose it, because these festivals are gonna be a thing of the past, right? Large groups hanging out, just like 5 years ago. All this stuff was a thing, it was pretty much outlawed. You people had to stand 6 feet apart. It's coming back in a major way, okay? It's coming back in a major way. This is just the beginning. Let's get back to the video.
13 in Paris alone.
Right. 13 people in Paris got pricked, right, at this festival, man. So there's someone going around, obviously, poking people with a dirty syringe. And who knows what's in that, right? My prediction is that AIDS, because that's coming back in a major way, right? That's coming back in a major way to have it being mentioned, it's being mentioned all over the place. Certain media is pushing it out again, just like the 80s and 90s, So anything to fool the people, because this devil rules off fear, right? And people, we've seen the last 5 years what fear does to people, right? It changes people's minds, their perspective, So this is just the beginning of what's to come. I'm surprised there wasn't a gunman in the crowd lighting people up, right? Because these are the things I try to avoid in my daily life. large crowds, you know, because you never know, man. There are demons on these people, and anything can pop off at any moment, man. Right? Spirits made for vengeance. I always bring the scripture out because it's very crucial, man, to the time that we're living in. Right? The Lord's the one putting these spirits out here. This is Ecclesiasticus 39:28. They be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sword strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. The Lord made that spirit in that person to do whatever he or she did. Right? Even if it's Esau, Edom that's behind most of these flags, right? For most of these events, you already know what it is, you know. So like, yeah. The scripture that brought out last week. Alright, this is Ecclesiastes 7:2. It is better to go in the house of mourning than to go in the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men. What is it? Death, right? And the living will lay it to his heart. Right? Because right now we're in the house of mourning. Right? We know there's a kingdom to come. We have to wait. You see how people in the lowest state, right? We have Esau, Edom ruling over us. We're always mourning, man, because we're trying to get it to where we beg the Lord to get us out of here. We beg the Lord to come back, right? We're not at these festivals with thousands of people jumping around, acting crazy, listening to music, getting drunk, right? With that whole revelry and all that stuff in the streets, man. We're not out here with these people, so therefore you're not gonna see us getting pricked with these needles, with these dirty needles, whatever these people have in their needles, man. Right? Our mind, the time when we have our little fun is when we have our high holy days, man. Right? That's when we do our thing. Salakia. We're not around these people of this world because the people of this world, their mind is in a constant state of being pretty much stimulated. Okay? They have to be stimulated with happiness or else they'll lose their shit. We see the way they act when they can't get a couple of likes on their internet. The internet's shut down for 2 minutes and these people lose their minds, right? So now they're back out on the streets again doing their foolishness, and then someone came out and had to regulate, man, and the Lord did that, right? So that's why we're in the feast of mourning. You won't see us in the streets parading around, going to these carnivals and festivals, man, because we know what's there. Death is there, right? Demons are there. Trouble is there. Okay? Anything can happen to you at these festivals, man. That's why we encourage brothers to not be around these things, man. So all praises to Yahweh Bashem El Shai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the elect. And all the brothers pushing this work in sincerity and truth. Right? Shalom.